Feels like I'm a professional storyteller right now, you know. Me, the new Michael Rosen. Let's try my best impression. No breathing! Hello everyone, I am Lewis, you're watching Lost in Travel, and it's another vlog! Yes indeed, and this one is a bit different. I'm trying a different technique for this one. I don't know how it's going to go, I don't know if I'll ever do it again, but I am trying it from like a future narrative that I am here, I've done what we're going to be discussing in today's video, and I will narrate you through it and bring you through like a wee adventure. That's what you can think of it as, an adventure, and I am along with you guys, so give me a hug, come on, we're here. It's now time to take you all to the highest village in Scotland, Wanlockhead. Thunderstorms in the highest village in Scotland? What can go wrong, right? So I did try to get other people to come and join me here, and maybe I could do that one day, but the friends I went with to Lochhead were unfortunately unavailable. Hey Kieran! Hey man! I was just wondering if you wanted to film this video for talking about Wanlockhead. You know, talk about it, I'll put clips in, it'll be good, eh? What? What? You got college? Come on man, you've really got to get your priorities straight. Like, what would be more beneficial for you, you know? College, you're seen by about the 25 folk people in your class. This video, seen by thousands, you're going viral, you're making mega money. Just skip college for one day, make this video. You've already made up your mind? Come on. Your best friend. That's settled. Why is everyone so busy in the adult life? Feels like no one's got time for me. Hey Aiden, it's me Lewis. I was wondering if you wanted to come round and be nostalgic about our Wanlockhead trip. You know, discuss it, you can make fun of me, all that stuff. Yeah. Oh, you're what? Making a graphic about a baby turtle climbing up a giraffe's neck. Alright, that's pretty weird, but I guess it's quite important. Yeah, I guess I'll leave you be. Yeah. That's fine. Yeah, I know you love big country. Yeah, don't tell me again. Yeah. Got it. All right. Bye. All my friends seem to have more priorities than spending time with me. And what's more fun than making a YouTube video? Hey Stubby, what's happening, man? Oh, okay, I'll keep that hush. Anyways, man, I was wondering if, you would come round, have another pod talk, just like the last time when we were in the pod together. Boy, you're getting a foot massage, you're on your way there. Yeah, well, you know, if you want a foot massage, you could have just asked. Oh, you got to be extra firm. Alright. But you don't come around afterwards? You know, I've heard enough excuses from you guys. If you don't come, I'll post photos of your toes all over the internet if someone pays me £20 on PayPal. Yeah, you heard it here first. You know what? Before you hang up on me, like everyone else did, I'll do it first. Goodbye and good riddance. I guess I'll just be doing this by myself. Like the old times. With no one. Ha! Well, who can do it better than myself? So I guess I should just take you along on the journey. Before I do though, guys, if you are going to enjoy today's video, then please smash the like button. Give this channel a huge subscribe, that would be incredible. And anyways, let's start the journey to Wanlockhead. Oh, and by the way, thunderstorms happen during this trip, so definitely stay tuned to this video to find out if I got zapped by any lightning. Even though if I did, I probably wouldn't be here filming this video, but maybe I did. So let's give you some context to this trip. So me and my good friends, Aiden, Kieran and Lewis, but we always just call him Stoby because there's only one Lewis in this party, we all went on a trip to Wanlockhead. But this trip got organised because mainly due to the pandemic. The pandemic was the reason why we organised to go on this trip, because we couldn't go far and we already had plans. Me, Aiden and Stoby were actually going to go to the Isle of Mull, but all this kicked off. I was homebound, unfortunately, and Calmac ferries cancelled on us. So we left on August 13th, 2020, and first thing we did was we stopped off at the nearest Tesco. Went into Tesco, raided the shelves like someone in March trying to get toilet roll, and we picked up loads. I mean loads. Well, I think we stocked up a bit too much because I came home with plenty of food. We picked up the essentials, you know, spaghetti hoops, beans and sausages, pot noodle, you name it. We had loads and loads of food. We had rolls for in the morning. We had plenty of stuff. And then we were on our merry way once Kieran got fuel into the car. On our way down, Aiden told us we were going to stop off at this place for breakfast called, I think it was the Carmichael Cafe. And he had this all planned. We were going to do it when we went to Alton Towers the year before. We were going to stop off at this place, but it was closed. So we were going to go here again and try to get breakfast this time. Aiden said in the email that we were told that we were able to go to this place and we were going to get in if we arrived at about 10 o'clock. What Aiden never realised on the email, it told us that they are not open on a Tuesday. What day was August the 13th? It was a bloody Tuesday. Aiden never read the email, we couldn't get in again. So we were like, what are we going to do for breakfast? We are starving teenagers. What we're going to do? Hangry, this trip's not going off to the best of starts. That was until we found ourselves at a service station, eating some breakfast baps at this place that done the eat out discount. Thank you, UK government, for once in your life you let us get food for half price. If you want to check out the journey, well, right now I'm going to play a little montage of my GoPro footage in the car. Let's roll that and you can see the whole journey transpire in one little click.
Let's kick it off on top, they can't get me down when I'm with you. I breathe you in, I breathe you out, I feel it all around. Oh, can you feel it too? So are you ready for it? Are you ready? Are you ready for it? Are you ready? Don't wanna think about it, just wanna get right at it. So give me
that was the journey. Now we're actually in Wanlockhead, so once getting there, what's the first thing we do? What's the first thing a group of 18-year-olds do? We go to the park! Why not? Is there not something weird that we've just turned up and the first thing we do is go in the park?
Well, it's not much else, is there?
Exactly. They even had to write garage on their garage. It does say for kids. We're kind of kids, kind of not kids. We shouldn't really be there. But it was empty. It was fine. We just went and sat at the park. I went on a slide. Done a slide several times. It was just fun. And then about this time, it was coming up to lunchtime. You know, we're always hungry, so even if we did just have breakfast an hour before, who cares? I'm starving, get me my lunch. So whether we walk, whether we wander, getting ourselves used to the scenery, then we stopped off at a nice park bench, took out our camping equipment, and we made hot dogs. Hot dog, diggity dog. They were pretty good. Took a while trying to get the gas working, but once we did, it was just nice to just sit down, have a hot dog, and just fill my gob with camping food. Stoby dared Kieran, and Kieran does anything he's dared to. He is not refusing money. He said he was going to pay him £10 if he done this dare, to drink. If you guys are eating your tea, definitely pause this right now, or if you're quite prone to being sick, definitely do not listen. Skip ahead. He dared him to drink the hot dog brine, the juice, the vinegary juice in the tub of massive meaty hot dogs. Okay, I'm not doing that hand gesture ever again. He managed it, so he won his tenner. Congratulations, Kieran. But that was okay. I'm not going to talk about it any longer. So what I never knew was Wanlockhead was actually considered to be quite like a mining town. Of course, mines have now all closed, but there was still a lot of mining facilities and a lot of mining equipment and stuff still open. You could clearly see where the mining stuff was in this little village. Walked a little bit, got to all these like big like dirt hills. It was just nice. It was a nice way to end the day. Sun started setting. We got back to our pods, and now why not I tell you where we were staying for the night. So we weren't necessarily camping, we were actually glamping. We were camping in style, and these pods were probably one of the most unique things I've ever actually stayed in. They literally looked like chicken coops. I looked like I was a chicken and I was ready to make some big eggs for the villagers of Wanlockhead's breakfast. But it was nice. For what we paid, I think it was about £30 for the nights that we were there all together. And we had 2 months separate. I stayed with Stoby, Aidan and Kieran slept together. Not slept together, that would be a hope than ever. Both had our 2 separate pods. Only problems was the lock apparently was jammed or something, and they couldn't. The key was jammed in the lock on Aidan and Kieran's pod, which meant their door had to be unlocked. We were advised that it was pretty safe around the area, that no one was ever going to come near and try to steal anything from the pod. But Aidan and Kieran, they felt fine to put it in. But if you never felt that safety, you could have just put all your stuff back in the car. But it was totally fine. We just ordered an Indian takeaway, got pizza that first night, and just sat in the pod and chilled until something bad happened. So we all knew about the predicted weather. The weather was saying that we were going to be drenched this day. Well, I was not looking forward to it. I always go away and it always rains whenever I do. We were going to get thunderstorms, freaking thunderstorms in the highest village in Scotland. What can go wrong? But we were surprised. We went out, it was actually hot. I brought jackets, layers upon layers, ready for this rainstorm. And what happened to me? I sweated. Because, nope, the sun decided to come out the whole day. That was until later on, where we were just sitting, talking in this pod, and boom, the lights went out. a fuse or something must have broke. We never knew if it was maybe a certain time that the electricity just goes out or something. But it got pitch black in our pod, and we were like, oh god, I should have ate my carrots before I came here. Luckily, Aiden decided, like the wise man that he is, he's like always prepared for these situations. He had lanterns, some torches, we lit the place up. We decided that was our bedtime, but before we went to bed, rumble, that was my rumble, thunder happened.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's okay, bro. You'll be okay. Why can't we hear it? No, it's okay, bro. It's only like
It's-
5 miles away.
But you gotta think, you never heard the lightning in Florida. It just zaps.
I heard it. What was it? Whoa.
No, you heard it sometimes, but it's the thunder that makes the noise, it's not the lightning.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty awesome, to be honest.
Oh, that's bullshit.
It's quite creepy, but awesome at the same time.
Yeah.
Turns out all along I was already ready to go. I guess you just didn't know.
I just want to advise you guys about the pod as well. Is there was a rug inside our pod, and it got quite disgusting. We had to spray it with deodorant. It stunk, and I assume it's because there's so much sheep about. Alright, in this town, the sheep just graze. They go everywhere. They were really, really close. Probably the closest I've ever been to a sheep. And of course, you're walking about, get all their dirt everywhere. So I advise you to probably take your shoes off before we go in. Still actually made it a no-shoe policy for our pod because he hated the smell. So for this day, we never knew if it was still going to be unpredictable like Scotland always is, and if the thunder was going to come down like I said it was, or if it was going to stay away. Well, I kind of stayed away for the majority of the day again. We went on a walk, we went hill climbing. I was really in the mood to just go up some mountain. And usually when I go up mountains, I usually choose to stick to the walk paths. You know, go to ones that are like forest commissioned and trusted, and ones that everyone else does. But no, Aiden basically just went that one, and we literally just walked up a hill. We got up there, and chills got sent right down my spine when we saw an abandoned caravan. This is not just an ordinary caravan. This caravan was wrecked, it was damaged, it was put here on purpose. I don't know how they managed to drive it up there. Just decided to go, this is the spot for my caravan. It had like Celtic just painted right over it. It was scary. I was expecting just to come back down from our walk and we just see some like two hillbillies just standing over a chainsaw.
That's paper. This is paper.
You know from far back,
Paper.
from far back, I'm not gonna lie, this bit looked like a bone.
That's a front picture frame. Picture frame. Why are they bringing a picture frame?
It looked like we were in a set of a horror movie. It was quite horrific, to be honest. And then, like I said, instead of using the walk path, we just treaded through heller, walked ourselves through, and tried to get to the top of this hill whatever way we possibly can. We managed to get up a fair bit actually, and then something dramatic happened. It's always like us to go and we always get someone coming back injured, most likely me, but not this time, definitely not this time. It was Stolby's turn. He fell, and I've not actually checked up on him since. I am a bad friend. Stolby man, tell me in the comments, because I know you're going to watch this. Tell me, is your foot fine? Like, he fell, and he fell bad. I've never seen him in so much agony before. I really felt bad for him that day. He fell, he must have twisted his ankle or something. And we were like, oh no, if thunderstorms are about to happen, because we saw them over in the distance. And we were like, oh no, we've got an injured guy. We're in the middle of nowhere. What are we going to do? Luckily, we managed to make it down safely. Luckily, we got some good views. We never got right to the top. We decided once we started seeing the thunder coming our way, we decided that it's probably just better time to skedaddle down there and call it a night for the hill walking experience. If we go back, we ate in the Wanlockhead Inn that day, which was where the pods are actually situated. I'm ashamed to say it, but we got pretty knacked that day. We went back to the pod, played card games, drunk Strombos, and I never felt like I drunk that much, but I must have been, because I just kept on putting my cards down whenever it was not my turn. I was like, oh, I'll just put that card down. It's because it's one of those ones that, like, you know, they go, you can put in a card and it changes the order. I just wasn't paying attention by the end of it. But very fun night indeed. I just love nights like that. We just chill with your friends, hang out, and just laugh the night away. Great fun, great fun. Bye. Just looking at the Wanlockhead scenery that that morning, it's actually a beautiful place. I loved the winding roads there. It was very picturesque. It just felt like you were in the middle of nowhere, but where you were always supposed to be. I really enjoyed Wanlockhead. For a day or two, just to maybe, if you like camping, go in there. It is definitely worth it. It feels like it's not like, definitely a contrast to the city life. Sheep do just graze about. They just walk the streets. I saw them in some people's gardens, and you know, it was a great trip with a great bunch of people. And I hope to explore more places like that with them in the future. Before we left Wanlockhead, we went back to that mining area we went to at the start of the trip, and we decided to do oh no, this is going to be embarrassing. We done a photo shoot. An Instagram photo shoot. It was actually quite decent though. I put my camera down on the tripod, set it up, set the timer up, bolted over, and got some very band album looking photos. That's what it reminds me of. And then we said goodbye to Wanlockhead, and we decided to go to the Carmichael cafe that we tried to go to at the start for breakfast. We went there for lunch, and thank God we did. Aiden, you are right. That place is great. The best thing I ate on that whole trip. I decided to go for a pasta which had chorizo in it, and the staff were very friendly. It was very good for the guidelines of social distancing. We had to, of course, put our mask on to get in, take it off to eat. They asked me how hot I wanted this pasta, and all I said was, hot. I scoffed it. It was fantastic. So thank you, Carmichael Cafe, for having us. You guys are great. Definitely go there if you're ever near there. And then just before we went home, we stopped off at an abandoned house. Ooh.
I found you. Two worlds collided. I see forever in your eyes. You're everything to me, darling. I can't believe we made it here. Now I promise you
This house was, apparently it was owned by some family, and they, of course, couldn't afford it. So what they'd done was apparently they sold the roof, which seems like a stupid idea, does it not? Oh, I'm a bit poor, but I want to keep the house. You can take the roof. Don't take anything but the roof. Because it felt like, you know, rain would just get in and just flood the whole place. But anyways, after that they had to move out in like the late, I think it was yes, some point in the 1900s. They moved out. It's now overgrown by trees. It was just cool to be walking around this abandoned place. I think it'd be very creepy at night. I think I'd really poop myself if it was at night. I decided to be the hard man and decided to go down and check out this basement, which we noticed stairs leading down, and honestly, I was freaking out. I honestly thought it was just all going to cave in on me. Well, I'm not scared of no ghosts.
You filming?
I will film and I will capture every...
Filming now.
I've started filming now.
Alright, Jesus.
Yes, Jesus. I might see Jesus. I mean, if I see Jesus, if I see Jesus down there,
You'll need a flash or something. What, would it be scary?
I will flash my eyes.
Alright. You want your soul?
I'm on 800 ISO, I can do this.
You want your soul? Would it be scary? Would it be scary if you saw Jesus?
Oh, damn it. Then we managed to get home, so before we end it, here is video clips from the GoPro journey on the way home, which you'll notice an embarrassing thing, but I actually forgot my GoPro and Keenan had to drive back around and deliver it back to me. Thank you for not just stealing it. That's how you know that you're good friends. He has got no idea what to do with a GoPro. He could have used it in the bath. I don't want that to happen. No, thank you. You gave me my GoPro back.
Turns out all along I was already ready to go. I guess you just didn't know. And now I'm back to doing all that I wanted. I'm gonna finish all the things that I started. If I'm being honest, I just didn't let it show. But turns out all along I was already ready to go. Ready to go. Ready to go. I guess you just didn't know. I was already ready to go. Ready to go.
And anyways, there we have it. Did you enjoy this style of video? Do you want me to make it again? It took a lot more work, so I'm probably not going to make it for a little while. But if you did enjoy this way, enjoyed this format, if you liked this story I was telling of Wanlockhead, Thunderstorms luckily never got the downpour on us. And all in all, it was a great trip. Definitely a great trip. Definitely recommend Wanlockhead if you guys are ever coming to Scotland. Like I said, an hour and a half basically from Edinburgh. Fantastic place. I never really felt like I was that high, but it says it's highest village of Scotland on the sign, so we must have been high. Wanlockhead is actually 1,457 feet above sea level. Not like I would have known that just by being there, because you know, Earth is round. You can't just tell if you're in the highest village in Scotland. But I can now add that to my resume. It was just nice, you know. Nice trip. And I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, guys, please smash the like button. Share it with all your family and your friends. If you are new around here, please hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell to not miss a single video by me. I do upload every single Friday. If you haven't checked out my social medias, mainly my Instagram, where I am almost at 1,000 followers, please give it a follow. And if you do, I will kiss you if I ever get to see you in person. Which means you're all going to just run away from me. But anyways, that is it from me. And I will see you all with the next video. Laughing. The end.
Why can't we be friends?